Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3. Yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
But a tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Brady. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Fournette, a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at about the 28.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Brady.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Brady. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Brady going to throw.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Fournette running out of the gun. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brady. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Succop will put this one right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw now on on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going back to you. Hey, check back 45. Check back 45. Hey, smash. That's trash. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Jump. Watch out. 45's the mark. Let's go, D.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Buxtons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Brady now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. Fights loose. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Marshall. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
45, 45, Mike, 45.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers.
Tommy Tremble.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A handoff to Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a run right there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Succop's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. He's back to throw. That's complete outright to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And Marshall's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
in by Anderson, left side.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all. And